This is one of those trails that I love doing in the fall and winter, because with the leaves off the trees you get some better views of the area mountains. When we get to the top here, we'll get some views of Lake Watauga, and they'll be mostly unobstructed because all the leaves are on the ground here, making the trail a little bit slippery, but not too bad today. And we are now coming up to our very first switchback on the trail. And if you don't know what a switchback is, it's basically where the trail switches back on itself. It's kind of self-explanatory, but to novice hikers, I always find a little definition is good. As you can see, we basically do almost a 180-degree turn here. It's basically a way of cutting a trail into a mountain without having to go straight up. So we're going to carry on, and maybe you learned something, or maybe I over-explained it. Either way, enjoy. So if you've been looking at the trail on some of these and thinking this looks a little narrow, you would be 100% correct. It's, the walking surface really is about maybe 2 feet across, and then it slopes up on one side and down on the other. And covered in wet leaves, which is certainly fun. But, this is considered I guess an easy hike through all the books, because it's like less than 2 miles and the incline and decline aren't too considerable. We've got our first peak of sunlight up ahead, which means we may be coming around the mountain. It's been shady since we set out, so don't get me wrong, I like the shade. Especially since it's a nice day. It's about 64 degrees and we're moving, so I'm not sweating or anything, but it's nice to get the sun. This means we'll be coming around the north side of the mountain, south side. We'll be coming around the south side of the mountain from the north, and we'll be getting our lake views shortly, so I can live with that. And I'll show you those views in a bit. And we are now basically on the ridge here. We've got mountains and valleys to the north, and to the south of us we have Watauga Lake, the Pond Mountain Wilderness, and the Cherokee National Forest. And the wind is blowing at about 40 miles an hour, and it is cold. Hopefully you can hear me and it's not just the wind eating up the microphone. I guess we'll find out. If not, maybe I'll put a nice little music bed under this. And this is where the trail goes. Basically at the rocky pinnacle of this hill here. We're going up a little, and then we'll start going down, and we'll connect to the Watauga Dam access road, which is closed to the public, and it goes right across the Watauga Dam. And if we're feeling it, we'll go all the way down there. It's incredible views. It will be windy. I guess we'll see. But for now, we carry on. Did somebody say all rocks? And we have finally come out on the Watauga Dam access road. You see the sign. We can go another 0.4 to the top of the dam. It's a paved road. We basically go straight downhill. If we stay that way, we follow the Appalachian Trail south, we could end up all the way in Georgia, but that's going to take a long time, like months. So we came from the Appalachian Trail north, and we'll figure out, I've got some folks with me, we'll figure out if we're going down to the dam or not. And you stay tuned, and I will show you this crazy white blaze on the guardrail. We have officially reached the end, or beginning, of the access road to Watauga Dam. We are parked a little bit up the hill on Wilbur Dam Road. And we have made it back to the starting point. Throwing the gear in Subi and wrapping this hike up. All things done, we did about 3 miles today. Lots of incline and decline and some steps. Plus that access road. It's paved, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But it's a little steep. Not a bad hike. The access road itself is like 0.6, 0.7 miles. So you can come here and just do that, which is a paved hill. Not terrible, and you saw the dam. It's a phenomenal place to sit and just take it all in. The video probably doesn't do it justice, but do some Googling or look it up or whatever, and you can see, you know, some drone footage and some aerial stuff. So that's that. But if there's music during the hike, that's because I had my wife and my mother-in-law with me, and they get a little chatty, and they don't like being on film, so I got to kind of hide their bodies and their voices. So that's what that's about. But I hope you enjoyed this. Until we get out in the woods again, happy trails.